Hello all, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing what they secretly want to tell you spread for all of my Aries out there. So let's get after it. Okay. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Show me the cards that I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What do they secretly want to tell all of my Aries out there? What do they secretly want to tell my Aries out there? They secretly want to tell all my Aries out there. Oh, feels good. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. First up, Wheel of Fortune is beginning to move in your favor. Okay. All right, and in their favor as well. Could be either your energy, their energy, but whatever it is there's beginning to be a sense of recognition here that their efforts are beginning to pay off, or you're beginning to kind of notice them, if you will. Now, we also have the Nine of Pentacles here. That means that really you guys had everything that you need to be successful here. Nine of Pentacles represents an individual that is like solitarily happy with themselves. They're happy with what they have. Their finances are right. They're happy. They feel comfortable in their own skin, comfortable with their situation. So all the ingredients are here for success, okay? Also, there's going to be this aspect of wish fulfillment, okay? That's going to come to pass with the Nine of Cups here, okay? So far, so good. Their advances are beginning to get some traction. The relationship is beginning to really take have a solid foundation to it. There's really beginning to be something to build on, in other words, okay? But even still, with that being the case, there is an acknowledgement that there with the Seven of Cups there's an acknowledgement that there is, there's still some choices out there. There's still other choices out there, even though things are, pretty much solidifying rather with your situation, okay? There are other choices out there. So there still is this aspect of, we have the Seven of Swords energy here, which is there's still this this individual still still having some temptations to kind of move in a different direction here, okay? But even though that they're being tempted, temptation is not exactly acting on a situation, okay? Got the Queen of Wands here, energy here as well. So that means that they're putting out warm, vibrating energy, and they're bringing in warm, vibrating energy back to them as well. So even though there's some temptation there that they have not acted on, let me repeat, they have not acted on this. Okay, if there's just there's some more temptation because things haven't really gelled between you guys as of yet, but it is going to, or it's in the process of going in that direction. We also have the Star card here, representing a rebirth, a renewal, a hope. Okay, and what that tells me is that what I'm really feeling from this situation is that what that tells me is that this rebirth is like the sparks are beginning to fly. First it was like the butterflies. The butterflies are there. Now some real sparks are beginning to happen here between you and this individual here, and a rebirth or renewal. That rebirth and renewal means that something serious is on the horizon. Just like I said, even though there may be some temptation here and there, once things start really becoming solid, that temptation is going to kind of fade to the background there. We also have the King of Cups energy representing here, making very wise choices when it comes to being very generous with their time, and also kind of generous and courteous with the Pentacles as well. So things are really beginning to solidify here. I really take that perspective home. Things are really beginning to solidify here. So this looks like this is the beginning of something very long term, something very serious, something very substantial. However, with that being said, let's see what are the potential blockages to this situation, okay? What are the potential blockages from keeping this situation from happening? Potential blockages are we potentially dealing with? What potential blockages are we dealing with? What potential blockages are we? One more shuffle, guys. What potential blockages are we dealing with here? Okay. All right. 2. Second one popped out. We're definitely going to take that one. Okay. All right. We got some blockages here. So, Tower moment. Boom. Okay. Even though things are moving, okay, in a very promising, things look really promising. This Tower card energy here. Let me get some clarification on this. All right. Why exactly is this Tower card here? Let me get clarification on this Tower card. Why is this Tower card here? Let me sure that I've got this information. Ooh, damn. Okay. All right. That look good. That look good. So, what this tells me is that there's some addictive quality. There's some habits here. Some addictive habits that need to be broken here. Possibly some kind of alcoholism, maybe some type of alcohol addiction, some type of opioid addiction, just overall toxic habits that need to be broken. Okay, so there is some type of addiction that is here. Okay, there's some type of addictive. Again, I'm going to say this again. Could be some type of alcoholism addiction, some type of opioid addiction, just an overall just toxic habits. Okay, that needs to be broken here. And that's when, and that's we have the justice card here. So that means that there needs to be some type of revelation of truth that needs to happen here. So there are some things that need to be brought to the surface here. Okay, things are beginning to solidify. Okay, but again, there are some things that this individual needs to bring to the forefront that needs to really be worked on here. So there may be it doesn't make this person a bad person. Okay, like we'll give you an example. This person you may have noticed a really great person to hang out with, but they kind of drank a little bit too much. This is telling me that this is more than just recreational. This is something that is problematic here. Okay, and so it needs to be dealt with. And if they're doing, same thing with the drug aspect. Hey, I just take a up or down, or just kind of keep me in rhythm or whatever. It's more than that. So that's definitely something that's going to have to be dealt with here, and that's further laid into with the Queen of Swords energy, which is, I call this my no BS card. It's card telling it like it is, being very, very straight. There's going to have to be some straight talk about what's going on here, about this potential addictive quality habits that this individual has. It's going to have to be straight talk, okay? Also, with that straight talk here, because of this potential time, because remember, these are the blockages here. We have the Page of Wands energy here, representing a new way of thinking out things, thinking out of the box and things of that nature. So there is the exploratory energy here. This blockage, even though things are going to solidify, if you guys were to deal with that issue, things would really, really come to the forefront a lot more. Okay, there'd be a lot more excitement, if you will. So this potential habits, if you will, is kind of killing, the creative force, the creative drive. Even though you guys are beginning to solidify, just imagine if this situation were to be dealt with. Right now, you guys are going on a steady 60 miles an hour. If you be able to get rid of it or handle this blockage situation, you'd be flying. We're talking about light speed here. So, that's something to keep in mind here. Now, there is this aspect here, the Two of Pentacles here, trying to be able to balance, having a good work-life balance or good relationship balance, if you will. Okay? And finally here, we have the Knight of Pentacles, representing being very strategic. And so, even if you are aware of the situation, okay, Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, again, these are blockages, very slow moving, very slow moving. The reason that the Knight of Pentacles is so slow moving is because it's very methodical or strategic. So it kind of takes its time to take everything in, if you will. And it's a very slow, progressive moving energy. So again, remember, this is a blockage. So what needs to be done here is, you need to pick up the pace with this. Deal with this situation sooner as opposed to later. You know, in certain situations, Knights of Pentacles are it's okay. You kind of gotta feel your way through a situation. This is something that requires immediate attention, and the sooner you deal with this, the better off this relationship will be. All right. So with that being said, here I'm going to see what additional information my Oracle deck wants to say before I shut this thing down. Okay. What additional information does Oracle deck give before I shut this thing down? What additional information does Spirit give before I shut this thing down? One more shuffle, guys. What additional information does Spirit want to give? Ooh. Definitely gonna take that one. There we go. All right. Ooh. Okay. Interesting here. So the one that fell, we'll take care of that first. Centra. What that means, what that says to me is that you need to focus in on yourself and your internal needs as well, okay? Just because the situation requires your attention, don't forget that you have to address your needs and your wants as well, okay? So, you want to address this thing to help, the relationship become more fulfilling, if you will, but don't forget to concentrate and keep yourself balanced, keep yourself centered, aligned, if you will, okay? Also, perception here, okay? Understand that this is going to be something that needs to be addressed, but you're probably going to have to pick and choose how you address this issue, because from your perception, and even from their perception, it may not seem like that big of a deal. Oh, it's just recreation. It's not a big deal. Perception is the issue here, okay? So really depending on which way you look at this thing, that's how you figure out if it's a real issue or not. I'm saying that it is, and it's something that needs to be addressed. The sooner the better. Finally, here we have the Heat card, and there is a great amount of sexual attraction, sexual energy, and creativity that can be had with the situation. And so that's why, the sooner you move on this, the better off things will be, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. If you haven't already, by the way, this is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you and you want to know more about this particular situation, the link will be below. Make sure you get yourself a personal reading, okay? If you haven't already, please like, please share, please subscribe. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I will absolutely see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.